If I could start out sort of with the topic of the day, and that's the anonymous op-ed in the New York Times. The president said on Friday that he thought it would be a good idea for Jeff Sessions to look into this. Is there anything about what was published by the New York Times that would warrant an investigation by the Department of Justice?
Certainly, if there's an individual, whether or not, since we don't know who they are, if that individual is in meetings where national security is being discussed or other important topics, and they are attempting to undermine the executive branch, that would certainly be problematic and something that the Department of Justice should look into.
So would that be a suggestion of misuse of classified information? I mean, what realm would that fall in?
Once again, it's something that the Department of Justice should simply look into, and that's for them to make that determination.
And I just have one quick follow-up on that, if I could. Is the White House actively trying to find out who this person is, or do you not really care and you're moving on to other things?
We're certainly focused on things that actually matter, and the staff here that is here to do their job and not undermine the great work that this president and this administration has done. And we're going to continue focusing on that. It's frankly, I think, sad and pathetic that a gutless, anonymous source could receive so much attention from the media. And I think that the American people would be much better served if we actually spent some time talking about some of the really important things that are facing our country and the things that this administration is doing to help fix them.
Sarah, the president said that he was looking into whether or not to take action against the New York Times for publishing the anonymous op-ed. Does the president not think that that op-ed is protected by the First Amendment? Does he really think that the federal government should contemplate action against a newspaper for publishing an article?
I think it's less about that part of it and whether or not somebody is actively trying to undermine the executive branch of the government and a duly elected president of the United States. If they don't want to be part of that process, they shouldn't be here. Jeff?
Sarah, do you know if the president believes these denials that have been coming in from some of his top advisors, or does he believe that it's someone from within? And does he believe that lie detector tests should be issued, as the vice president volunteered to do on Sunday?
No lie detectors are being used or talked about or looked at as a possibility. Frankly, the White House and the staff here are focused on doing our jobs and trying to show up here every day and do what we can to help better the American people, not deal with cowards that refuse to put their names in an anonymous letter.